Dear students, I welcome you all to this new video lesson. In this video lesson, we will be covering the remaining part of unit number 4, that is spreadsheet. In this lesson, we will be discussing about the formatting of worksheet and the very important topic in spreadsheet, that is referencing of cells and spreadsheets. And the last, we will be discussing the insertion of charts in spreadsheet. So let's start with formatting the worksheet. The cell, those are the most important part of a spreadsheet. They can hold any type of data. The cell data can be formatted using formatting toolbar or cell formatting window. This formatting of worksheet is very important because whenever you deal with a problem in spreadsheet, you will have to format the cells. जब भी आप रियल लाइफ में स्प्रेडशीट डेटा पे काम करेंगे तो आपको सेल फॉर्मेटिंग की ज़रूरत बहुत पड़ेगी, तो इसलिए इस टॉपिक को बहुत ध्यान से समझिएगा. सो द फॉर्मेट सेल डायलॉग बॉक्स विल appear through the menu, that is format main menu, and then cells, and you can have it through the context menu that will be opened when you right click on the cell. So what we can format in a cell? We can change the font size, we can make it bold, italic, underline, we can change the alignment, left, right, center. We can increase the number of decimal places and we can also decrease the number of decimal places. Okay. So this is the format cells dialog box. Here these are the different type of categories of data, and this part will contain the format. Okay, suppose you have clicked on number, then you will have these categories. Okay, you can choose according to your wish. So the shortcut key for this format cell dialog box is Control 1. You should press Control key then 1. So it will open the dialog box for you. Okay. So when you are working with numerical data and you divide some numbers, then the answer can vary in decimal places. So you need to format the number to a fixed number of decimal places. You can see in this figure, before formatting you have different type of result, but after formatting you can have similar type of result. So how you can do it? You can select the cells. You can open the format cell dialog box using the shortcut key Control 1, and then click number tab, and thus in the tab you will select number and you will change the decimal places. Okay, let us see it. This is the sheet. Now you press you suppose you have some data here, so you select the cells, you press Control 1. You see this, you are in the numbers tab. These are the font effects, alignment, border you can change. Okay, so you have selected this number and you can select the decimal places here. Okay. Now formatting a range of cells to be seen as labels. You see here, these are the numbers, but you want to have 0 in the beginning of all these numbers. Okay, as you know, the numbers cannot have preceding 0, so you have to convert into text to add 0 in the beginning. So what we will do is, you will select the cells again, open the format cell dialog box, click the first number tab. Now you will select text and you will click OK. Okay, so now these will be changed into text, and now you can add 0 in the beginning. Next is to format a cell range as scientific notation. In a spreadsheet, by default, the date format is in MMDDYY, that is month, date, year in 4 digit YYYY. Okay. So this can be changed in many formats. These are some formats. You can change this date to any type of format. What you will do is same, select the cell, format option, then you will go to the number tab, then in that you will go to date category and you will choose the correct date format you want. Similarly, we have different time formats. You can choose any time format you want. And if you want to change the alignment of a cell, here you have the options. These are the options for left, right and center alignment. So you select the cells and you can press any of these. Okay. So the shortcut keys are also visible. Control L for left, Control E for center, Control R for right. Okay. So this is how you format the alignment. Similarly, you can have bold, italic, underline. The shortcut keys are same as were in writer software. Control B, Control I, Control U. Okay. Now, speeding up the data entry, it is very useful function. The most important ability of a spreadsheet is to drag and drop the contents of one cell to another by using a mouse. Calc includes several other tools for automatic input, especially of a repetitive task. You have fill tool, selection list, and ability to input information into multiple sheets of the same document. So the first one is the fill handle. Calc fill handle is a tool which is used to fill the next cell till you drag it with the next predefined value. For example, you want to enter the numbers 1, 2, 3 and so on, or the days of the week like Monday, Tuesday or January, February. So these have a fixed sequence. So what you will do is you will select the cell that is having the starting values and then you will drag down. Okay. For number series, type the numbers 1, 2. You must have two numbers for having a series. Otherwise, if you will have just one number, it will be copied in all the cells. Okay. So first you will have to write 1, then 2, and then you will select these two cells and then you will drag. Okay. Okay. So it will change into this. So first you write 1, then 2, and then select these two cells and this handle will appear, and drag this handle up to the required number of cells. Okay, so the numbers will automatically be generated for you. So when you copy the formula, if you want to apply the same formula to the number of cells in the rows or column, so what you should do is it can be copied. Okay, you should copy it and then paste it. So how you will do it? You will select the cell, copy using Ctrl C, and then you will use Ctrl V. And if you want to copy it through fill handle, then you will select this cell and you will click on this handle, fill handle appearing at the corner, and you will drag it to those required cell. So that formula will be copied into those required number of cells. Okay. So this is for a practice. Okay, you should try it, because the more you try, the better you will be in using the spreadsheet. Okay, you have to do this so that you can get the basic of that fill handle. Now, very important term, it is referencing. So whenever you want to create a project in spreadsheet, this referencing is very much important. Referencing is the way to refer the formula or function from one cell to next. along the row or column. There are three types of referencing: relative referencing, mixed referencing, and absolute referencing. Okay. So what is relative referencing? So when you drag any formula in any row or column, the formula gets copied in the new cell that you have studied. So it is called relative referencing. So the formula relates to the column that it is being, column or cell it is being copied. Okay. When we drag the formula downwards in the column, the row number of the cell address gets 1 added. So if the row number is A1, if you copy it in the next row, it will be A2 and A3, like so on. Okay. And when you drag it horizontally, the column name is changed by 1. Suppose it is A4, then it will be B4, then C4, and so on. Okay. Like you see in this formula, D2 colon D6. Okay, this is cell referencing. So you should try it. Now, mixed referencing. As we have seen, when we drag the formula, row number or column number name gets changed in relative referencing. Again, consider the same sheet prepared in the figure with the following changes. Now, you have to make a new column, the grand total. And you see here, if you enter the formula like this, the first formula is H2 plus C14. Now when you drag it, it will change accordingly. 2 becomes 3, 14 becomes 15. In the next row, 3 becomes 4 and 15 becomes 16. So it is mixed referencing, okay, where you have more than one cell reference and it gets updated. Okay. In mixed referencing, the dollar sign is used before row number or column name to make it constant. So if you want to make any one value constant, then you will use dollar sign before the row or column number. Suppose you want to make this C14 constant. Only if you want to change to H2 should change. Okay. Then you will write this dollar sign. Please remember this point very seriously, because it will be very useful in future when you will work on this spreadsheet. You must know that whenever you want to make a cell value constant while referencing, you should use dollar sign and then you should drag it. Okay. So this is mixed referencing. Here you see that H2 is changing H3, H4, H5, but the second value is not changing because you have marked this dollar here. Okay. So this is very important. Now, the third one, that is absolute referencing. In absolute referencing, the dollar symbol is used before the column name as well as row number to make it constant in any formula. Okay, for example, you will use like this: $C, $12, $D, $5. In this case, even if you drag your formula in any direction, the cell name remains constant. Okay. So the thumb rule for referencing is that A1, this is relative referencing, $A1 is mixed reference, okay, $1 mixed reference, $1, okay, this is absolute reference. These are the thumb rules. Now, in the end, we will be having a look on creation of charts using spreadsheet. It is not easy to comprehend, compare, analyze and present data when they are represented as numbers. तो अगर आपके सामने कुछ डेटा नंबर्स के फॉर्म में रखा है तो उसको समझना उतना आसान नहीं होता है अगर वही चीज़ आपके सामने चार्ट के फॉर्म में आ जाए. सो इट बिकम्स ईजी. आपने देखा होगा क्रिकेट मैच के दौरान अगर आपके सामने रन रेट का चार्ट आ जाता है तो आपको तुरंत समझ में आ जाता है कि किस टीम की बैटिंग परफॉर्मेंस किस टाइम पे कैसी रही या किसी बैट्समैन की ओवर द ईयर्स क्या क्या परफॉर्मेंस रही वो आपको चार्ट के माध्यम से दिख जाता है. सो चार्ट्स आर वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू एनालाइज अ पर्टिकुलर डेटा एंड मेकिंग फ्यूचर डिसीजंस. So what are the types of charts that are available in this software? Calc, column chart, bar chart, line chart, pie chart and XY scatter chart. Okay. So first we will look at a column chart. So column chart, for making a chart, first you have to select the range of data you want to convert it into a chart. So you select this range A1 to F7, then you go to insert menu and then click the chart option. Then you select the type of chart you want as per your requirement. Okay, and then you click finish. So when you select this and you will get this column chart. Okay, for example, quadratic function chart of the equation y is equal to x2 minus 5x minus 3, x square minus 5x plus minus 3. This is given in this chart. Clear? So let us see an example here. Suppose this is the data over and run. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are the number of overs and we have the runs secured like this. So how you will insert a chart? You will select the range, you will go to insert, you will go to chart and then select the type of chart. Suppose you want column chart, you can just click finish, or you can have some the data range, then you can have data series. Okay, here you can select the data series and the color for it. Then you can have the chart elements. So suppose like you want to have the title of the chart, subtitle, x-axis what you want to rename. Okay, so these are your options. Then you click finish and you get this type of chart. Okay, if you want to change the type of chart, you can right click here and you will have this one to change the chart type. Suppose you want it to be like line chart, okay, or you want to have XY scatter chart. So you can have this in your background. So this is XY scatter chart. Okay, so these are overs and the runs. Here these are the legends that it is saying that these blue dots represent runs. Okay, this is how you can insert a particular type of chart in your spreadsheet. Now let us see how to insert a pie chart. Suppose these are the data. Some candidate A has got 45% votes, B is getting 10%, C is getting 20%, D is getting 25%. So the total sum becomes 100. Then the same process, you select the cell range, then insert chart and you now select pie chart. You just click finish, or you can have some options in these. So here you get the pie chart. So A is getting the maximum number of votes, you can easily see. So this type of chart you might have seen when the results of a particular election are announced and the vote share of each party is shown in the TV channels. Okay, so this is how you work with charts in spreadsheet. Okay, so you can have different type of charts as per your requirement. So this is a practice exercise for you. You can have a go at it and you will have a refresher for your skills. Okay, because the Mool mantra is the more you practice, the more fast and sharp you will become in your spreadsheet skills. So with this we come to the end of this session, and at the last we have the assignment questions for you, which will be very important for your final examination. Multiple choice question. Okay. Then we have second category of fill in the blanks type question. You must perform these in your notebook, and if you are not able to get the answer of these, just revise this lesson again and again, repeat it, and you will be this one and the first one you should repeat it, and then you will be able to answer all of these questions, because these are very simple ones. Okay, but very important. This unit of spreadsheet will be very useful for you in future. Next we have the third category, that is true false. The same type of category you will find in your final examination also. And some spreadsheet type practical based questions. And at the end you have some short answer questions that you have to answer in 50 words. These are the remaining short answer questions for you to check your progress and your learning. And at the end we have some practical exercises also, so that we can check your practical skills and you can assess how much have you learned. You must remember the basic rule: the more you practice, the more fast and accurate you will get in your skills. So these exercises will make you very sharp in your skills, and you will be benefited with these questions, and you will feel that whenever you are employed in an organization or in any field of your future studies, you will find these spreadsheet skills very useful. So that's all for this unit number 4, which was dedicated to spreadsheet software, that is Calc, which was the part of LibreOffice. And now in the next video lesson we will be discussing the final unit, where we will be having a look at the presentation software in LibreOffice. So stay tuned and keep practicing.